Some international news now because it's the high-octane midterm elections that are underway in the United States of America. The midterm polls assume significance because the outcome could be a reality check on whether the ruling government right now will stand that of Biden and will decide what shape the future takes for the USA, setting the stage also for 2024 presidential elections. Now, US President Joe Biden reiterated concerns about democracy. Defeated predecessor Donald Trump hinted at another run for presidency, but in a verdict that could show the pulse and mood of public on the Democrats' governance and Biden's presidency, millions of Americans have already cast an early ballot for elections. All 435 seats in the United States House of Representatives, along with 35 U.S. Senate seats and 36 governorship are up for grab. Republicans will need to pick up 5 seats at least to take a majority in the House and just 1 if they want to control the Senate. There are a host of issues that are rolling for the voters there. And in this morning telecast, let's quickly go across to Lenka White, joining us live from New York. Lenka, you know, it's going to be interesting because it's not just about elections, it's also about whether Trump can return, where do the Democrats stand, how is the election, and precisely what is the ground sentiment looking like, Lenka?
This is a great point that it's not only about the current midterm elections, but it's also actually about ex-President Trump possibly returning back. The mood, you know, people are definitely watching the TVs. All of the channels here are swamped with the elections. You know, anchors are reporting, but as of now, there are actually no precise results. As you might know, this might take days, which not many people realize. So as of right now, there are still sort of guesses coming here. But people are excited, and definitely many of them went out to vote because of what's going on around us.
All right, so Lenka, where is the stage of the election right now? Is it still underway? Has it concluded for the day? What are you picking up, and how was the campaign like from both Biden and from Republicans as well?
So as of now, many states have already closed their polling stations. You know, at the moment in New York, it's 10 p.m. I actually have one polling station here down my building, and they are right now wrapping up. And many people came here. There was a queue, you know, people are standing outside of the building. There are many polling stations across the city. And it's really hard to say because it's tricky with the U.S. Midterm elections because many people are mailing in the ballots, and many of these are actually going to turn out to be Democrats, And on the other hand, Republicans are more often voting in person. So there is this kind of mismatch, and each of the states has different votes, like rules, on how they count it and when they count the mail-in and the ones which are in person. So some of the states actually have the rules to count it by tomorrow. Some of them still have like a few days to go. It's a really surprisingly sort of messy situation.
And how has the voting been? Has there been a good turnout of people? Are there specific areas, for example, let's say in Florida, where Republicans could have an edge, or any other state that, you know, we can talk about that has reported a higher number of people voting? Any sort of pattern that you're hearing of right now?
Yes, definitely. As of now, the results, even though they are not precise, it's been reported that out of the 435 seats which are on grab in the House, already 82 has been to Republicans, which they have gained by these 2 seats already, and Democrats are having 47, losing 2. So it is sort of expected that Republicans will gain minimally the House of Representatives and possibly also Senate, but Senate is much tighter, so we have to stay firm and wait for the results.
And do take us back a little while. You know, President Biden, since taking over, has been constantly reiterating that it's the Democrats who must come in. It's about democracy. We must not let Trump or his ideology continue. So it's been as much about that since the moment Biden has taken over. And yet Trump is giving the feelers that he or his party would like to return to power in 2024.
So as you said, Biden has been definitely talking a lot about democracy. He has been talking a lot about abortion and a lot about Trump. President Trump has been, ex-President Trump has been more talking about things like inflation, immigration, crime, which are the core values of the Republican parties. And at the moment, for example, in New York, you know, the crime rate is really high. I personally am scared sometimes to walk on the street during the day that, you know, my colleagues got punched in the face at like 2 p.m. afternoon. So even though many people like to hear this kind of values, oh, we are for democracy, we are against abortion, we are in favor of abortion, still there are some core issues each of us is facing and touching you really deeply, like economy, like crime, you want to be safe. So, as you said, Biden is very pro-democratic. He made a speech a couple of days ago following, you know, Nancy Pelosi attack on her husband, and he again reiterated how important it is to have democracy, but he's not addressing the biggest issue which people have, which is the economy and the crime.